Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live session. So, guys, finally, the Chief of Defense Staff has reacted to the recent happening in the military. But before I share that video with you, I want you to take a look at this headline. It says that Putin offers Nigeria weapon expertise to counter insurgents. So Moscow is now working with the Nigerian military, in the wake of all these attacks that we've been seeing. Moscow, Putin is like, giving Nigeria that support in fighting insurgents. And also, you can see this headline here says Nigeria seek Russia's military aid in its war on Boko Haram. So this is a welcome development. I think this one is okay. Sorry, not this one. This is an old post, but this one is a latest post that Russia is also willing to share counter terrorism strategies with Nigeria. So this is a welcome development because many people have been saying Nigeria needs, a form of external help. We cannot fight this battle again alone. We need people who are well knowledgeable in this field to come help Nigeria. There've been that a kind of people have offered that as an advice, but they didn't take it. But as it stands now, I think they really need it. You have also seen yesterday that the Nigerian military is asking these guys for to come and surrender. Even the Air Force, Nigerian Air Force, is also asking bandits and other criminals to come and surrender. Nigerian military is asking Boko Haram members to come and surrender. Somebody reacted to that tweet on Twitter and said, "Is when you can no longer fight your enemies. That's when you now ask them to surrender. That means that directly or indirectly, you are the one surrendering, but you are asking your enemies as if you really, I don't know if you are trying to catch the joke there. That means that this fight is overwhelming to them. So now that they are going to put him, I think it's a welcome development. Okay, now finally, Christopher Musa, who is the Chief of Defense Staff, has reacted to the latest happening after they had a security meeting, a closed-door security meeting with Tinubu himself, who is the president of Nigeria. And I'm going to allow you to take a look at the response that he gave to the media, the update he gave to the media, because I think that meeting was held behind closed doors. So media was not allowed to, media personnel were not allowed into that meeting. But after that meeting, he reacted, and this was what he told the media people.
It's one of assurance. I think our meeting today is for us to review the entire security situation in the country. The president is concerned about what's going on, and we have reassured him that we're on top of our game. We're working extremely very hard. What has happened of recent is that there's a global push by terrorists and jihadists all over the Sahel area, and that pressure is what actually came into Nigeria because of the nature of our borders. And so we have, Mr. President has given directives as to what to do next for us to intensify all efforts, collaborate with all our sister countries around, because it is the porous nature that is coming there that is actually aggravating our own issues on ground. And so all our theaters have been enhanced, equipments have been bought. Mr. President has also given us much approvals for air assets and other aspects of security. And like we said, it's not only the kinetic effort, the non-kinetic aspects that is most important. The president is also looking at the aspects of also discussing with the government for their own support, buy-in in ensuring that dividends of democracy also extends to the communities to be able to stamp down the issue of insecurity. And we're working together. You can see that we're together with the National Security Advisor, the NSA, the DGDSS, and all other ones. So we're working together as a team. And you can see us here, members of the armed forces, working in unity, including the police, to make sure that Nigeria is peaceful, and that is our mandate, and that we work towards. We want to appeal to all Nigerians not to get tired, and they should be wary of fake news. There's a lot of fake news that has been spread out, making it look, most of the videos being circulated are videos from other countries or old videos, making it look as if it is soon. And you always want to wonder, why do some individuals feel happy when things go bad in their country? If Nigeria is destroyed, all of us will go down. And so it is important that we all cooperate with members of the armed forces and security agencies. If we see something that is going wrong anywhere in the country, let us report. Action will be taken, including our own personnel. If we see them doing what is not supposed to be done, they should take a report and we'll take action. We want to thank all Nigerians for the support we've been getting. Thank you.
It's good to know that the president has given you this new momentum to improve on what you've been doing, and you are giving the assurance too. Some governors have been raising concerns, Borno, Plateau, and some of them. What assurance are you giving the residents of those states now?
Yeah, we're working together. Not long ago we went to the northeast together with the ministers. The chief of defense and other services have gone. Yesterday I just came back from Maiduguri to show you that we're working together with all the governors, because we know we cannot do it alone. We need also the governors to be part of it. The federal government is doing so much. States need to come in, local governments and communities. Everyone has a role to play in ensuring that there's peace in Nigeria, and that's what we try to push, and that's what we're doing. And we're happy that Nigerians are warming up to it. Disregarding all those ones, there are naysayers, those ones that don't mean us well. We're shaming them, because we're going to continue to succeed. That we assure all Nigerians.
So, guys, if you are in the position to advise the Nigerian military, what will be your advice to them? Because he said they are considering kinetic and, most importantly, non-kinetic measures. And non-kinetic measures means it's not a combatant something. You have to, like this negotiation, come and repent, come and surrender, all those methods. He's saying those are even more important, meaning if you can get these people to surrender, it's going to be a better option than going to fight them. Honestly, Nigeria has been in this battle for a very long time. I won't just keep wondering, why are we not able to win this battle? Now, if I were to advise the Nigerian military, one of the things I want to tell them is they should be careful with the way they recruit their personnel. Now that it is becoming more clearer to Nigerians that, see, we have sympathizers of Boko Haram in the military, that is no longer news. Everybody, you can see it happen, because people have been saying, how could these people succeed coordinating 4 attacks at different locations within 24 hours, and they were able to succeed? That tells you a lot about what is happening. Possibly they have their spies, they have their intelligence people, they have those who are giving them updates, who are telling them how things are and how things are going, for them to invade these military bases. So I think the Nigerian military should really think about the way they recruit their personnel. And also, if it's possible, they should go and sanitize the personnel they already have. I know they have shortage of manpower, but it would be good to get rid of those who have background in terrorism or fighting alongside Boko Haram and all that. Because now they want to bring in Russia. This is not the first time, that an external force has come into Nigeria to help. But some of them will come only to see that the military is compromised. And when the military is compromised, how do you expect to fight effectively and even get results? You might even end up jeopardizing the lives of those people that came from outside. So I think we have a lot of work to do when it comes to insecurity, especially the way and manner we recruit people. Who are you recruiting into the army? Is it because they've handled gun before, they've fight people, and you think they are going to be good fighters, and you just bring them into the military and they will be serving as spies to your enemies? And at the end of the day, the battle is not, there's not even any sign of ending this battle in the nearest future. You can see how it's going now. You can see these people are now using sophisticated weapons, using drones in this AI war that we are living now. And the Nigerian military has not even started thinking of all this AI technology. Recently, India and Pakistan, they were having problems. They are still having that tension. India had to hit Pakistan precisely. That is, you need to see the kind of attacks that they conducted on Pakistan, and they were able to get them rightly the way they wanted because of AI technology. Now, I was listening to one of their news channel, and the lady there was talking about when India started investing in AI technology, the government had to map out huge amount of money. They started involving themselves into different projects. That is in the military. In the military, they did these things themselves. This was not as if the US gave them the weapons. No, They developed it, they worked on it, and now they can use it to fight their enemies. So that tells you a lot that Nigeria still has a very long way to go. Corruption is not even helping us to even manage ourselves, let alone going into technology. We have not even, it's like you are having cobwebs, around your face. You don't even have that clarity, not to talk of going into another direction. So a whole lot has to be done. And I wish we have, sincere and patriotic leaders who really want to serve this country. Now, I'm going to share this video with you where somebody was criticizing Tinubu in the days of Jonathan. Just let me play that video and we'll come back to this. Take a look.
So this is a tweet from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2014. He said, the festering Boko Haram attacks on the northeast and massacre of innocent citizens is concrete proof that Nigeria has no government. 2014, Tinubu was not the president. Obviously, the opposition was the president. Good luck, Ebelete Jonathan. God so kind, you are now the president. Now, this is what is happening to your soldiers.
So I'm not going to play that part of that video. This was during the time of Jonathan, when this same Boko Haram was hitting hard on Nigeria. Tinubu came out to say Nigeria has no government. Nigeria has no government. And under Tinubu's government, hey, this one is not just Boko Haram, bandits. Boko Haram is in one corner doing their own, bandits are in the other corner doing their own. And they are just like proving that there's no leadership in this country. There's this video today on Twitter where kidnappers just went, and you need to see the way they kidnap people in a broad daylight. This happened in Enugu State. They kidnapped. Oh my God, you need to see what is happening in this country. Sometimes you just be wondering, do we have leaders? Do we have leaders? What are they doing in the House of Assembly? If it's the local policing that we used to talk about, why not set up these people to really help people who are traveling, especially travelers, people who cannot afford buying flight money in Nigeria? They are the main victims. You can't travel from one point to the other without your life being endangered. And that is it. But these people, they don't care. Look at what they are talking about in the House of Assembly. Mandatory voting. That if you don't come out to vote, you'll be fined. You'll be penalized. That's what that's the kind of bill that does not address today's challenge. What is it about mandatory voting? Because they want to gag people. They know they can buy people and make them to come out. And people have been resisting that, saying you cannot force people to come out and vote. Just give people benefits of democracy. You will see people willingly come out to cast their vote. Anyway, that's not the topic, so we don't digress. But let me continue this video at a different point so that we don't really go into, because he was showcasing those military men that were quite recently, and YouTube forbids all that kind of images. So I don't really want to trespass their rule.
Wala kana zamanin za zuwa kashe ka yau nan kwana ba za ka yi ba za a kashe ka.
At the battlefront. That's an attack that happened few days ago here. Boko Haram attacked them, scattered their camp, carried their motor, did everything to them. Can we now say that Tinubu regime has no government? Because he said that in good luck Ebelete Jonathan's regime. He said that. So stop it. Put a stop to it. I want to believe that he said that time because good luck did there. You want pressure him to leave office. Finally, you don't do office now. Now they use soldiers, say they play politics. Boko Haram get fighter drone. Drone where get gun, they fight army. Boko Haram get fighter drone. Nigeria army no get. Using the armies to play politics. Using his innocent life to play politics. After all now, when I go buy weapon, they go make small money from buying weapons, from importing weapons to use to fight Boko Haram. So if they stop the war, how would they make money? Oh, come to think about it. They can't stop this war between Boko Haram because they need money to buy arms. And that's where they get their chua from. So they can never stop the war. Here's the question now. Imagine say Boko Haram of over how many years they never fight them finish. They know where they did, they never finish them. Now imagine if we can't fight war against another country. We don't finish, oh. See how many years it take army to fight Boko Haram. We are done. Somebody say, but if you are fighting another country now, that other country they wear uniform, so we know who we are fighting against. But Boko Haram, they go on mufti, we don't know who we are fighting against. So if those people wear mufti, uncle, and don't forget, other African countries, they look like us. Other West Africa, they look like us. So what are you saying? We'll just pray to God. Say another country no follow us fight for, because we are done. Again, there's no government in Tinubu regime, because he said that in 2014, meaning this government, they are not useful to us. And if a government is not useful to us, they are what? Use. It's a shame. It's a shame. May God help us, because now God and we did. Now our faith, they keep us, not with this government. Now our faith. If you rely on them, you're going to learn. And you will learn the hard way. So you better don't play. And Hami, shout out to all the people where they don't lay their lives. Shout out to all you guys. May God comfort you, and to the heroes where they don't fall. Rest in peace and God bless you. That's all I can say. It's so sad that you are giving your life for a country like this where the politicians don't care about the people and just the money they just won't get. It's really sad. Peace and love, don't play.
So guys, you heard it clearly from the very dark man. You know, in the days of Jonathan, these were the same people who protested. They did all kinds of things to Jonathan. They put Jonathan, they like carry coven saying that it's Jonathan that was dead, and did all kinds of things. You heard Tinubu then say there was no government because of Boko Haram attacks. Now, Boko Haram is daring the Nigerian military. They are now the ones begging them to come repent. Come and surrender. Come, we are ready to accept you. Have you seen that kind of a thing? Tell me how we are going to fight these insurgents to the end when you are begging your enemies to come surrender. Upon all the things they've done, none of them is going to be prosecuted, because as it stands now, the door is widely open. I shared with you guys the headline yesterday where they were being begged to come and surrender. Come and surrender. We are willing to accept you. That is the game now, because the Nigerian military can see that they can no longer win this war. You see, there was a time, not quite long, like some months back, that Christopher Musa, who is the CDS, was on Al Jazeera. He granted an interview there, and he told the journalists there that the funding of Boko Haram is their biggest challenge, that they can't track it. They can't track it because they get these funds internationally and from different sources. From different sources. If you know the ex-naval chief, the man who said Nigerian government knows these terrorists, that knows those sponsoring them. If you can remember that man who was on Channels Television, you know, he granted that interview. That same man has come out to say that the plans to Islamize Nigeria is being backed by strong bodies, strong organizations, that they've put money down, that this country must fall for Islamization. And these are some of the things. Boko Haram is just like, they don't want Western lifestyle. They don't want Western education, that they want Nigeria to become an Islamic country and all that. That's what they are fighting, just like what you have today in Pakistan. Those terrorists that were fighting the government, they now overpowered the government. The government ran away, ran out of the country, and now they've taken over. The same thing has happened in Syria. The people who were fighting, the terrorists who were fighting during the Assad's regime, they now overpowered Assad's army. They've taken over. And now they are like rebranding themselves, saying, okay, they want to normalize, like, Western leaders. If you've seen that, if you've been following the news, you hear that the Syrian president met with Trump, and he was presenting himself now like a Western, like he has kept his Islamic ideologies by the corner. He wants to pick up Western ideology. Anyway, I don't know. When I look at the whole thing, all the people who died in Syria, everything, I'm just like, God, I pray Nigeria will be able to fight this battle to the end, because I tell you, there are a whole lot. And our own is even the worst, because our politicians tend to appear as if they are detached from the reality, the things happening in Nigeria. You know, our politicians don't behave as if they are being carried along, as if they know what Nigerians are going through. Look at the kind of bills, the kind of discussions happening in the House of Assembly at this time. at this time, go and check the kind of proposals they are bringing. They are not close to what we are talking about now. Instead of people to be raising alarm, saying Nigeria must end this battle. But you heard a very dark man. He said people make money while buying all these arms from different countries. That's how they get their chicken chain. Recently somebody said the former CDS that was there, he bought a house in Dubai and he was asked, how did you get it? He said he has been saving. He has been saving money. And they say even if all the cost of the house he bought in Dubai, since you enter the military, you have not earned it. And not to talk of saving part of it to acquire that kind of home. But today, nobody is prosecuting him. Even the Metawale of Zamfara that is supposed to be prosecuted, nobody is prosecuting him. Anyway, guys, there are videos I want to share with you on Twitter. Let's quickly just go to those, because if we begin to discuss what is happening in Nigeria, honestly, you feel sad as a Nigerian. Such a beautiful country with great men and women. See how we are just leaving our country at the mercy of all kinds of persons. So I shared this video with you guys, and people are still reacting on this video. Let me still quickly share this guy's opinion. This is a boy from Ebony State who joined the Nigerian military and was spied by Boko Haram.
How many of you remember when the Nigerian army was begging Ndidi to join the army, and we all said no, we don't want? Now this is one of the reasons why. This particular guy you see is Nwachukwu, yes, from Ebony State. He was spied at Borno based on normal thing we said that they do now. Allegedly, I repeat, this video is allegedly. Now this particular guy was spied. Instead of taking his body home so that the family will see one last time, no, they buried him at the cemetery without any of his family member. Allegedly. Now all this thing ain't go happen. You go tell me, say, make me jobless, go enter Nigerian army. Instead of me, I go enter Nigerian army here. I go they push me barrel. Instead of me entering anything army or anything force in this country, whether police anything, how would they push me back? Because the government don't value their lives. The armies, to all of you, you guys are really trying, especially the soldiers, like the corporals, the frontmen, you guys are really trying. But the problem you have is all those top officials, all those government, all the politicians, they don't value your life. One day, please start RIP to our brother, even though he joined the wrong soldier, or the wrong military. If you say this guy now die as a Biafran person now, anytime they do Biafran, they will remember him.
It's very laughable to know that Boko Haram can bring war to your doors and even left Una with so many casualties and left unhurt. Nigeria army, as Una they bury Una dead, make Una get this thing at the back of Una mind. You people can never win the war against Boko Haram insurgents in the north. Because Nigeria government is Boko Haram. Boko Haram is Nigeria government. Nigeria army, Una they cry. How can somebody with machete win somebody with machine gun? When we say EFCC should probe Matawale, the Minister of Defense, none of you raise your voice to support it. Today, Nigeria is reaping from the fruit of corruption. Governor Zulum of Borno State, who is asking for prayer for his dear state. You cannot put the cart before the horse. What you needed now is fighter jets and armored tanks to protect your people. If not, Borno State is gone for good. What we needed in Nigeria today is a revolution that will rock the foundations of Nigeria, that will shake the foundations of Nigeria. The question is, who will lead us into this revolution?
So, guys, that is it. Corruption. It's not as if these other countries, Pakistan, are they richer than Nigeria? But you can see them, they are daring India. These are countries that were seen to be poor countries few years ago. They were poor countries. Now, even the Trump's administration is going to Pakistan to invest. You can imagine, Pakistan. Trump is being attracted to Pakistan. When I saw that news, I was like, God, is it only Nigeria that is left behind? Is it only Nigeria that is left behind? World leaders, none of them is planning to come to Nigeria in the nearest future. You saw even the new Pope. The new Pope said the first place he's going to visit in Africa is Kenya, followed by Uganda. Who is putting Nigeria in the forefront? Nigeria is one of the most religious countries in the world, if not number one. And with the number of Christians that we have, but the Pope chose to go to Kenya and then to Uganda. Possibly he will be going back to Rome after visiting these two places. Nigeria is not even close to that. And so if you just look at the whole thing, you will just be wondering what is happening. People will still, Tinubu's government now, you have many people who have cases with EFCC, but everything has been buried because they are supporting Tinubu. They don't want to start charging them so that it will not distort Tinubu's chances in 2027. So Tinubu has given them juicy, like this Metawale now, I think he's the Minister of State Defense or something. He has a position in defense. You know, this is somebody that is being accused even by the EFCC. Then, if you can remember, when they were having exchange of word, the EFCC was, on him until he left office as the governor. Now he's given a bigger position. Nobody can prosecute him. If you belong to the ruling party, you are saved. The EFCC cannot go after you. You can imagine if after every tenure, the EFCC takes time to audit the expenditures in the military to see who and who used the money, where those money used properly. Things will change in this country. Things will change. Today, we don't have enough weapons. We don't even have sophisticated weapons, like we've been told that what Boko Haram is using is not close to what Nigerian military is using. And our personnel, their morale is down. They are not being encouraged. Their pay is low. Like this guy just said, that some of these young recruits, they are the ones being pushed to the battlefront to go and fight. And it's not as if they get good pay that at least their family will remember and console themselves. Now, this guy died, a Bonny State guy. He died. And the normal thing is his body is not supposed to be taken back to his people. Once you sign this thing, you are now the property of the government. That is it. So we cannot fault the Nigerian military for not taking his body home. No, that is how it is being done. Once you are in the military, you are now the government's property. So even if the person dies on duty, the government has a cemetery where they will lay that person to rest, and the family can just come and witness what happens, during the burial. And that's just it. So the Nigerian military, you can't fault them for not bringing the body home. There's never a place I saw Nigerian military transporting people's corpses. That is what they signed. That's what you sign when you go into the Nigerian military. So you will not blame them, but at the same time, can we do things better and even in a more professional way so that Nigeria can progress? This country has a whole lot. I mean, we have a whole lot in terms of resources. We can tackle this problem. We can bring it to an end. But you can see how they are playing with it. They are just playing with people's lives. So the Nigerian government has to sit up. Tinubu's government has to sit up. They have to do the right thing for Nigeria to be saved. The CDS also has given hope to Nigerians. They say, Nigerians, don't worry about insurgent attacks. We are in control. So he has accepted that there are attacks, because if you listen to that video, he said some of these videos are old, and not even in Nigeria. So it's as if people are just bringing all kinds of things to showcase. No, these attacks actually happened. And the problem we have is there is no proper reporting of the occurrences. That is why that vacuum is there. The military does not really update the people properly. The media houses don't cover all these things. And then people begin to fabricate, which is still not okay. But actually, those attacks happened. And they are saying, if you listen to him, he said it's because of the pressure in the Sahel region. So it is now affecting Nigeria as a country. The attacks coming from the Sahel. Now, look at these are Fulanis. You see what they are carrying. This is gone. See what they are carrying. If you can see that very well, I don't know. You see what they are carrying. These people can carry this thing and move around. Nobody questions. Nobody questions. This is why banditry in Nigeria is not ending anytime soon. Because tell me how many Fulanis are being prosecuted now because they are carrying weapons which is against the law. None. If I thought there's any, I don't know. You hardly see them saying, oh, if they do arrest to Nigeria, they will arrest some of these Fulanis each time they attack, but immediately they will let them go. That has been the challenge. And then now the military is asking for people to come and surrender so that they will be pardoned. How do you fight insecurity? Using this style that we are seeing, how do you fight insecurity in Nigeria? Now, this Mama P is saying that the best thing for Nigeria is revolution. That with these politicians, you can.
How you say go and also be all these churches, especially for sensitive matters. One thing I believe is that the only way to take back this country or make a difference is by force. Dialogue will not help us. Dialogue with the government, I'm putting it to you, dialogue with the government is calm. I already know these motherfuckers will not reform the electoral rules. Since you are saying we should make videos to sensitize our youth so that they know what they are fighting for, but we know these motherfuckers don't rate the youth. We know they are not going to give power to us freely. We must take it. Oh, this is what I'm saying. While we are doing videos to warn them and sensitize the youth need for electoral reforms, what's the plan? The 30 go soon reach. We should today na 9 and be 10. The 30 go soon reach. We're going to stand in front of our state assemblies and say until they reform electoral rules, no movement. Or more take flights, come Abuja. This might just be the great call that we have been waiting for. And God will use you to open our eyes now to that direction. After the 30, what next? At this now, me don't date the 30. I said that they wait for now. Nigeria is that predictable. Like Nigeria is that useless. Anybody that is sincere, whether big or small, we know I just peeled facts. After the 30, what next? My own opinion, as we are prepping the youth and telling them about election reform, we are begging National Assembly to do electoral reform. Let's also prep ourselves for the 30. That's most important. Because without electoral reform, these issues we keep complaining about will not stop. How are we going to be able to vote them out when their person is the INEC chairman? How are we going to do it? We just keep complaining and complaining till 2031. No, nah. I'm not shouting. Sorry. I just thought we should inculcate the plan for the 30 into our whole video. And please, I'm begging all social activists, all media influencers, lend your voices to this electoral reform. Tag your favorite influencers in the comment section. Please. I don't want to call one, maybe I don't say I call one, I don't call another. Please. We know we need this. This is the only thing that can save Nigeria. Or better still, starting point. Please. These guys done so much. He don't try. I think do say many of us no go fit. We don't think am. So please. I know it don't change again. Kai, Nigeria will just ruin your mood. No.
So this is after a call on electoral reform. But you know that these politicians, they are very smart. They don't want that electoral reform to hold because, you know, they know it's going to ruin their chances. You know, that is it. So that is where we are. She's saying that the best thing is revolution. That if you are begging these politicians, they are not ready to give you power. They are not ready to do the needful. No, they just want to sit down there and occupy position they know they cannot occupy. So I just want to share this video with you guys. Let me put it in a silent mode because I don't know if there's a music attached to it. This is the mother to Leah. If you can remember Leah, the lady, oh my God, she's singing. Sorry. I just wanted to play without the music to avoid copyright wahala. So this is the mother to Leah Sharibu, if you can remember, the lady who was kidnapped, the Christian lady who was kidnapped by Boko Haram since 2018. Now today she is 22 years old, which is also okay. It says, let me just read what is here. Miss Rebecca Sharibu, mother of Leah Sharibu, the Christian schoolgirl abducted by Boko Haram in 2018, has marked her daughter's 22nd birthday, which also signifies her 7th year in captivity. So that's the people we are begging for to come and surrender. You see, this woman has been going through this for 7 years now. She has not seen her daughter. She doesn't even know if her daughter is alive or not after she was taken by these Boko Haram fighters. So Nigeria is always a funny scene. Every day is drama. Every day is drama. This lady you are seeing now on this screen, she said she was pregnant. She registered in a hospital, and after her registration, they conducted a scan on her and saw that she had 2 babies in her womb. So she was pregnant for twins. After that, she had other scans, that they did for her in the same hospital. But each time they do that scan for her, they refuse her taking the scan picture. That photography, that photo that comes out after scan. They would deny her taking it home to show her husband, and she'll be wondering why. They will ask her to put it in her file. So she said at the time she insisted that she has to go home, at least show her husband evidence that she has 2 children in her womb. So one day she was allowed to take it home, but she was warned to return it the next day. So she went home, showed her husband, and brought it back. She just obeyed what the nurses told her. So she brought back the picture to the hospital, and they kept it. They said they have to keep it in the file. That's their rule. So at the end of the day, to cut the long story short, when she was giving birth, she was in, all this anesthesia they give to people. She was now unconscious, and they denied her husband from entering the labor room or whatever it's called. And at the end of the day, they gave her only 1 baby. When she woke up from sleep, she saw her husband carrying just 1 baby, and she was wondering why 1 baby. They said the other one died. She said, okay, let her see the corpse if the other one has died. They said the corpse, that one even scattered. She's okay, show me the bones of the baby. They now told her that they couldn't show her any evidence, not knowing that, according to her, that the baby was stolen from her. So being a mother of twins, she ended up going home with just 1 baby. Even when she was going home, she was like refusing to leave the hospital, that they must give her her other baby, which finally they didn't give her, and she went home. So coincidentally, she now met the wife to the doctor of that hospital in where she went for immunization. And when she got there, she saw the wife of the doctor carrying 2 babies, because the wife of that doctor was equally pregnant at that time that she was pregnant. You see it, both of them were pregnant. So, but I think she first gave birth or something. I can't really remember. But at the end of the day, she now discovered that one of the babies that woman was carrying looks like her own baby, one of her twins. So she saw that they were identical twins, but it's another woman carrying the baby. So she said she just pretendedly carried the baby from the woman and kept the 2 babies, and was just looking at the similarities between these 2 babies. So at the end of the day, her mind told her that indeed one of her children is still alive, that baby didn't die. That was how they started pursuing the case. So the case is with the police now, but the lawyer is saying that the police is doing mago because they said they want to do DNA, but the police say the police will conduct the DNA. Now the police say they have conducted the DNA, but they don't want to show the woman the results. You see? So the whole thing is, why I'm just sharing these stories, because there's nothing that you cannot hear in this Nigeria. I mean, there is nothing. Because from the top, it's rotten. To sanitize the bottom, it's hard. Corruption everywhere. Peter Obi said it in his last campaign. He said, if I am not stealing as a president, the people around me is not stealing or are not stealing, then everybody will become conscious. You will reduce corruption by 70%. And that is what is happening in the country, because we have these leaders who do not even care about their character. The thing is trickling down to everybody. Corruption, you don't even know who to trust in Nigeria. You don't even know. Can you imagine going to a hospital and you are duped to this point? Is unbelievable, So, but the lawyer said they were on Arise Television today. You can go there and watch the video, the full video. This is not the full clip. They were there today, and the lawyer was really lamenting on how the police is frustrating the whole process, because what they want to do now is to run a DNA test. But the police said they will do that. Now they have done it. They don't want to show them the result. He is a lawyer, but they cannot even call him as a lawyer and say, okay, this is the result. And the man was really lamenting. Instead, they now want to a kind of say this woman, charge this woman for defamation, that she defamed the doctor. So you can see how in Nigeria, if you are not smart, the case you are supposed to win will even go against you. So that's just what is happening now. I just hope that the right thing will be done and this woman will regain her baby. And this thing came to the limelight after this woman, if you check beneath here, you will see this small video here. This was the first video the woman made. She raised alarm. Nigerians, so come to my help. Oh, I was pregnant, so I had twins. So, but when I gave birth, they gave me only one child. They told me the other one died. I told them, give me the corpse. They said the corpse is not available. It has scattered. I said, give me the bones. They said the bones is not available. And that was how they let me go with just one child. So I think it's after she raised that alarm that people now started paying attention to this. And she was on Arise TV today to throw more light to that so that people will get to know what actually happened. So it's really so pathetic, you know, the kind of country we are living in and how things are really going bad. When we say corruption, it's everywhere in this country. I mean, it's everywhere in this country. And I just hope that things will get better in Nigeria.
For this Tinubu government, 1.5 for Tinubu government. A mother paid 1.5 million for her 2 sons to get them out from police custody in Edo State. Different cases everywhere. Any big person will not get the money, as they catch up your person, they go, the only you may bring the money, they say, we not bring them. We go charge them for courtesy, we go add more than join them. Because if you go court, even if you get justice, that person will also survive like 6 months for prison. Because our judicial system, you know, it's corrupt. You know, it do full work too much. Imagine court they carry 30 people go one day. More than 30. No, Monday on 30. One call 30. Not the only one judge said here. High water here 30 cases. You know that before we hear some people cases, it's only 8 months. Because other cases where they did. Commissioner of Police Edo State, Deputy Commissioner of Police, CID, they want to destroy Edo State for us. Possibly because they're not from Edo State. After they retire, they go back to their states. You know, because they already do the damages here already. All our children will not become ex-convicts. If they not become ex-convicts, they don't destroy their mental capacity. They don't make boys when they're smart. They call them who they. They're not good again to represent their mates. They don't compete anymore because Nigeria has happened to them.
Well, this man is lamenting over a woman who came out complaining that her 2 sons were arrested and she paid money for them to be granted bail. That bail was not granted. And you know the process because of all the mago in the Nigerian police. And he's trying to say that if you don't hurriedly do something, your child will be charged with, okay, he said the police threatened them that they would charge them for courtesan and I think buying of somebody, something like that. And that's why the mother was like, you know, all this process in the Nigerian system, especially the police, just like what I told you now about that woman who is now crying that her son, her baby was taken away from her. Now the police is the one frustrating the whole thing instead of police to facilitate the whole investigation so that this woman will get back her son, or I don't even know if it's a boy, her baby. But the whole thing is being now, you know, frustrated by the Nigerian police. So guys, I'm going to end this live stream with this video. This video made a lot of meaning to me when I watched it. These are, you know, Nigerians living abroad. Some of them who went into bad markets, you know, this bad market that people sell that land them in trouble. So you can see this is Indonesia. This is how they buy people who are convicted of trying to traffic something into their you know, this their powder business and all that. So it's really so pathetic, you know, watching this thing. This is how they end people's life. And I think this is just a lesson in case you know anybody who is into all these bad businesses. I know some of them, when they look at the money it brings, they will forget the outcome if anything goes wrong. But you can see this is a human being. Let me play this video.
Ina ya n'ihe onyonyo a na-emekọta ọ mmadụ sendere m ya sị fada kedu ihe ị nwere ike ikwu n'ihe a o wee sị m na ihe a bụ ụmụnne anyị ndị jere ịgba mbọ ndị jere ịchụ ego n'obodo Indonesia ha wee daa iwu ịzụ ahịa iwu megidere ewee sị na a ga-ekpewu ha na ha ga-anwụ n'ụdị ọnọdụ a n'anya ifu ka esi tii ha n'ime waterproof were ihe teepu wee nwado ya kebie kechaa wee kwụọ ha ụdọ wee kpodo ha isi n'ala wee kpewuo and na-emerie na ndụ ihe anọ ka ini mmadụ na ndụ etinyere ihe n'ebe ha dị ndụ wee rapụ ihe a n'anya ifu ka nke a si emegara na-agba tịkatịka kedu ụdị ọnwụ dị ihe a ọsị m ka ihe nwere ike ikwu n'ọnọdụ ka ihe ọ nwere ike ikwukwanụ aha agwazi onye nwụrụ anwụ n'anyị nwa dị ndụ ka a chọrọ ijizie wee dụọ obodo ọbụla ijeli ka ịchụ ego gbaa mbọ ka ị mara ihe ha na-asọ ọkacha obodo ihe abụ ịda iwu ha egbuo gị nke ọbụla chi ga-enye ha gị biko hapụ ya obodo ọbụla ịbalụ gbaa mbọ ka esi kwesị ịgba mbọ ịrụzi na shabga imezida na nga kacha malụ ịzụzi n'ahịa iwu obodo megidere ihe na-ewutekwu m n'ụdị ọnọdụ a na-eso eti ụmụnne anyị na problem a bụ na ọtụtụ ndị na-eme omenala ọtụtụ ndị dibịa na ọtụtụ ndị otu anyị bụ ndị men of God ndị pastọs so edobe ụmụnne anyị n'ọdọdụ dị etu a mana ihe na-ewute ndị ọkpọchi ntị bụ enwe ebe a na-eme ezigbo nkụzi ihe ege ntị nke ị ga na-eche bụ nke ị chọrọ ịnụ ka a gwa gị ihe ị chọrọ ịnụ dibịa agbachara gị afa men of God ekpechara gị ekpere si gị na ụzọ galụ one ụzọ galụ man of God a gwara gị na ụzọ galụ dibịa ha gwara gị na ụzọ galụ o so gị nọdụ n'ọnọdụ akịta ije ọtụtụ ministri dị iche iche a na-eme ekpere a na-ekpogharị pikchọ ụmụnne anyị ndị nọ nga n'obodo oyibo ana otu n'ime ha enwego deeti a ga-egbu ha kedu ihe ị na-atara ndị be gị afụfụ kedu ihe ị na-atara ezinụlọ gị afụfụ our Igbo society value family unity togetherness community life we value it so much nke bụ na anya bebe imi eso ya ebebe kedu ọnọdụ itinyere ndị bụ ụnụ n'ọnọdụ kedu ọnọdụ dị ihe itinyere ndị bụ ụnụ ego ahụ ị na-eme ka ịkpatazie gị na onye ga-eri ya ekwugharị asị na onye ka obi eburu dike onye ka obi n'ime ihe ọjọọ bụrụ dike ka onye ka obi n'ime ihe ọma ọ bụrụ dike iji ịta afụ ka ị bụrụ dike ị ga-ata afụ n'ihe ọma ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ iji akwụkwọ wee gaba ị ga-agụ akwụkwọ mụta akwụkwọ mụọ anya abalị gụwa akwụkwọ i were akwụkwọ ribe ịchọ iji ọrụ aka wee ribe ị ga-agba mbọ mụọ ọrụ aka mụsie ya ike i were ya eribe onwe ndị ji ọrụ aka erita n'obodo oyibo onwe ndị bụ akwụkwọ ha gụrụ ka ha ji eri n'obodo oyibo onwe ndị bụ ahịa ha na-asụ general biznes ha na-eme ka ha ji eri etu a ka ọ dị be anyị ebe niile ọ bụrụ ike obi n'ihe ọjọọ ka ị bụrụ dike itinyesi na ndị bụ ụnụ na high jump etinyesi na ndị bụ ụnụ ọbara mgba n'elu site n'ije na-etinye aka n'ihe ọjọọ maka na enwere ike ijide gị ị nọdụ n'ụlọ nga na-ekpeziri gị ekpere ọ bụrụ onye na-eme omenala na-agbaziri gị sa afa si gị na onwe ihe ya emenụ na onwe ihe emenụ na ọya apụta na-alụcha n'ọrụ na ọya apụta na-ekpecha gị ekpere na ọya apụta na-ekwu ya ebe a na-ekwu ọnọdụ ha nọ imeza na ezie na gị ozi na-ịrụ ọrụ mmụọ n'ụzọ galụ osi ihe etu ahụ aga onye na-eburu gị ọma ji eme ihe ọjọọ na-edunye gị n'ọkụ ọ na-egbu gị egbu akwụkwọ nsọ si buru ụzọ chọba na eze nna ezi omume ya ihe ndị ọzọ na-akpọ no Chukwu ga-ahụ maka ya ezi omume kwuru gị bụ ụzọ chọba na ihe ndị ọzọ Chukwu gị idobe iwu ime na mmadụ ihe ọjọọ itinye n'aka n'ihe ọjọọ itinye aka na biznes ọjọọ gbaba mbọ na nke ahụ ị na-eme.
So you heard him very well. There are countries that don't play with all these businesses, honestly. There are countries, you see how people are being buyed. I'm just wondering how somebody will be sophisticating inside a waterproof, plastic bag. You are just there and struggling with hands and feet tied. Can imagine that this is how the person will keep dangling until the person finally gives up the ghost. So I think I decided to bring up this video just to show it to people, and let's learn our lessons. If we have relatives or siblings, when they are traveling out, you also caution them, talk to them, because people in Nigeria want to do it sharp. You want to be wealthy sharp. There's no shortcut in abroad. Anybody who is bringing money and they are spraying it like that, go and check. They don't have clean money. They don't have clean money. the Western world is one of the most difficult places to even make money because you really work for it. You really work for it. It's not like in Africa, like in Nigeria, where somebody will be a kidnap kingpin. He will be there. His boys will go and be doing the kidnapping and be giving him money, and he'll be chopping the money without any labor. It's not done anywhere in the Western world. So anybody you see coming home and bringing bundles upon bundles, you have to like check well and know how that person is. It's not as if people are not being successful, but you know all those ones that somebody will travel in the next 1 year, the person is back with bags of money, and you don't care to ask how this person made such money. It's not good, because at least when you travel, if it's school, you will go to school, you will work before you get to that promoted position. It will still take time. Life is gradually, things turn on gradually. It's not you went out 1 year, you have hit the rock, money is everywhere, and you come home, people will be hailing you. Now, see, who knows how many people have died through this method? I mean, Nigerians, who knows how many of them? So that is it, guys. That is it. It's a lesson for everybody. For everybody, honestly. We have to learn and do the right thing. So, guys, I'm going to be ending this live stream at this point. This is a group of Northerners who were found in Lagos. In this group, they came in, in this crowded form, and some people, there was this Basbos. There was this Basbos.
They don't come work for Dangote Refinery. So we saw them this morning. They said they come from Katsina. This is Vejileki, front of Dano, Legal Zone. Kanu, Katsina. Okay, you come now from Katsina. You come. Are you in Nigeria?
Yes.
Where are NIN? Where ID card? Let me see your ID card. NIN. Make I see. Wait, make I see now. Okay, this is your NIN.
So, this group of persons were seen in a particular place in Lagos. They all came in together in Lagos, saying they came to work in Dangote Refinery or Dangote's company. I don't even know how Dangote is going to recruit these ones that are not skilled. Maybe because they know that Dangote is a northerner, they now believe that, oh, let them use Dangote's name as an excuse. For you to enter a state in this number, security-wise, is not okay. But we know that, everybody has rights to move around in the country. But to come in this bunch with all these security problems that are facing Nigeria now, I don't really think it makes sense, because some people were like giving some buzzwords in the comment section, asking why is the guy videoing them? Don't they have the right of movement? Why? So there was a lot of buzzwords. These people, some people are in support, some people are not, that with the level of insecurity in Nigeria. Okay, like this person now say, Boko Haram don't enter Lagos. And let me just take some of these reactions. This person said, Northern leaders failed their people. Buhari, a two-time president from Katsina, they have had power the most since creation of Nigeria. Bashai Ahmad, you Northern elites are the most shameless, and to even have the effrontery to be talking about power and leadership again is shocking. The day your poor masses will rise up, even Cameroon and neighboring Niger won't be enough to contain you all. And then he added something I don't understand there. So Nigerians were like, for these people, okay, this person said they are Igbo people sent by Peter Obi to take over Yoruba land. No grief for anybody. And this other one says, this was the person that asked, why are video them? He's trying to say, why are you videoing them? Don't they have the right for free movement? What's wrong with these people? Now, let me now read the reactions that came from that tweet. Why are you videoing them? Sorry for that. So this person say he is actually helping them raise awareness that they need jobs, and maybe Dangote himself might even see his post. Who knows? You guys should also orientate your people to dress properly so as to be seen like normal people. Sensitize your communities in the north. And this other said, thank you. Finally, we have a reasonable individual. Okay, he accepted what that guy said. And he said, enough, guys. I can't take this abuse because I talked what is right. We have to forget the difference. We have and embrace one another. Let's be our brother's keeper. One love. So this guy, Adam Usman, is a northerner. He was the one saying, why are you videoing them? Don't they have the right of movement in Nigeria? And then this person says it's actually a security risk to have able-bodied men travel thousands of kilometers to a city where they know no one or have any skill or job with which they will be able to feed and house themselves. Freedom of movement is within a reasonable means. I wish them luck in Lagos. Which this post make a lot of sense, just like we saw in Edo State. Then you see people in trucks, they will just load them like cow and come and dump them. People who know nobody in Edo State, they don't have skills, and at the end of the day, you hear kidnapping and all those criminal activities will just be increasing. So if people are traveling, they should travel responsibly, not gathering them and then you dump them in a heap. It makes no sense. At least now that Nigeria is facing a lot of terrorism problem, people will not also compound it, Okay, and this guy now responded and said, I didn't see what they did. I didn't say what they did was actually right. They shouldn't be there in masses as such. Why is this guy videoing them in the first last? That's why I am talking about. So he's just trying to say that he knows that they are not supposed to be moving in group like that. But at least he was trying to tell them that videoing them is wrong. So Nigerians were not okay. I mean, some Nigerians were not okay. This person say, why won't he video them? Don't you know that there is right and freedom of videoing in a public space? What's wrong with all these Aboki people? Okay, that also makes sense because they are in a public place. Actually, you are right. Just be careful. Just being careful. If truly that what they came for is that they are, I couldn't get this. Anyway, guys, that is it. Nigerians were like saying that they are not supposed to be moving in this group because they are really young people. I don't even know if these guys are up to like 20 years, maybe that 18, if I thought they are up to 18. Some of them are looking younger than 18. So they are really, really young. Possibly they are looking for daily bread, not really having anything to do with security risk. But, coming in this group is just where the question mark is. And because of the insecurity in the land is also making people to be scared. Recently, the security outfit in Lagos said they arrested more than 1,000 Boko Haram members in Lagos State. So that alone speaks a lot, that alone speaks a lot. This is coming from Musa, and he said, we have bought sophisticated weapons. Don't worry about terrorist attacks. CDS, Musa tells Nigerians. He said now they've gone to buy, whether they bought it just last week, I don't know, or they bought it yesterday, I don't know. But all these things, I think he's just trying to douse the tension already on, because Nigerians have really been reacting since after that attack. Let me take some of the reactions. This person say, bro to bro, abeg call Ibrahim Traore. We no go vex if you supersede am. Anyway, we don't need to bring Ibrahim Traore in all this. That man is a military man, and he's doing a good job in protecting his land, which Nigeria cannot even replicate what he's doing. And this one say, keep giving Nigerians sophisticated lies. He said he has given Nigerian military sophisticated weapons, and this lady is saying that you are just giving Nigerians sophisticated lies, meaning he's lying. He has bought a key to heaven. Let all get ready to get there. Shameless people. So you can see how frustrated Nigerians are with the Nigerian military, with all what is going on, the inability to stop Boko Haram, and now they are begging them to surrender. It's already a sign of weakness, when you are already begging your enemy to come and surrender. It's really a sign of weakness, meaning you are tired of the fight, and the only way out now is for you to ask them to come out and surrender. Now, finally, what's it called again? Ohaneze Ndibo have issued, will I call it a warning? Not a warning. Let me see if there's a better term. To JAM, they've brought out this headline. You see, it says Ohaneze Ndibo reject receipt exam. You see, it demands 300 scores for Southeast candidates. So they are saying, because JAM said they've already fixed the date, students that were affected can now rewrite this exam so as to be able to get the admission. Because if you miss out in this exam, you are not going to be entering the university next school session. So JAM fixed that date. But Ohaneze Ndibo is saying they don't want their children again to undergo that stress of, rewriting these exams. Just dash them 300 per person, anybody that was affected. So I don't know what you make of this. I don't know. Some people were reacting as, oh, so just because I saw one guy who actually reacted to this post. He was saying, so because the glitch happened, you just want them to just dash people 300 scores of 300 per person. So the person, although the person is from the southwest, he was not really agreeing with what Ohaneze Ndibo is saying. But honestly, I think this is the best solution, because people have just been calculating the cost of retaking this exam. It's not just, see, students that were supposed to score 300 and above, they might retake this exam with all the tension and all that. They will not even score 200, because they said a glitch happened. That glitch alone, the tension it has already mounted. I don't know if this has happened to you before, that you did something perfectly with your normal sense, and then when you were subjected under pressure, you couldn't even get to half of what you were able to achieve initially. So that's how I'm looking at it. If these students should actually rewrite this exam, see, it will shock you that none of them might even come close to what they were supposed to have gotten, assuming the initial marks were correctly given or apportioned. So this is actually the fear of Ohaneze Ndibo. So they are saying that there's no point asking these students, because it's Igbo students that were massively affected. There is no need asking them to go and rewrite this JAM. Just allow them to go with 300 scores of 300 per person, which it might also be a good thing. Now, let me even shock you that, see, Igbos are really trying when it comes to education, despite all the glitches that happened. The best students, I think this person said, JAM top 3 candidates so far. They came from Ogun State and Ogun State and Kanu State respectively. So 2 persons from Ogun State, 1 person from Kanu. And it will shock you to know that I think all of them are also Igbos, Igbo. The first person, 372, is Samuel Chukwuemeka, and 371 is Emele Chijindum. Then the last person, 370, is Ken Onyinye Okadike. These are the 3 best students, although they didn't sit for these exams in the Southeast, neither in Lagos, these areas that were affected. They start for these exams in other parts of the country, Ogun State and also in Kano State. And the best 3 students of JAM are the Igbos. So like I said in my last post, that Igbos really, they embrace education so much. Looking at it from this point that the Nigerian government does not even carry the Southeast along. So if you are from the Southeast, it's either you are into business or you are studying. These 2 things, especially education now, is like in the forefront of every Igbo child. I know, like in my own village, you will see children that are from very poor background, but their parents will do everything to make sure that at least, even if it's college of education, they go there to at least get some level of, awareness and, that exposure, and also get certificates so that they can start working, even if it's just teaching. So in the Southeast, education is just the last resort for us. And you see now people are traveling out, even if it's just with School of Nursing. You can go out and just build another empire with just School of Nursing in Nigeria. If you're in the US, you can do a lot with nursing certificates. So education is everything. And then if the Igbos are targeted, which I cannot really say the Jam man targeted the Igbos, but when you look at the way everything went, that the whole southeastern states were affected. The 5 southeastern states affected, then Lagos, and then in Lagos, they say it's Igbo-dominated areas that were affected. So you just keep wondering, why did that happen? So, well, I just hope that we'll have a country where the Igbos will feel belong, honestly, because all that happened under Buhari, people thought, oh, Buhari is a Fulani man. You don't expect him to love the Igbos. But now we have a southern president. Should the Igbos too be marginalized under the Tinubu's government? Should the Igbos be going through what they are going through? Like I always tell you people, Soludo could not tell Tinubu the challenges of Ndi Igbo. Tinubu himself could not tell Ndi Igbo that, okay, I know your challenges. This is what I'm going to do for you. None of that happened during the latest visit to Anambra. But I'm happy that JAMB owned up to that mistake and said they want to fix it by allowing the children to come back again and rewrite the exam. But you can see that Ndibo are saying that they don't want any receipts. Rather, they should just be dashed that score of 300 so that they can just go home and relax like their colleagues that have written this exam, and then they are free. As in, if you write the exam, you say done and dusted. You don't go back again to it. So I don't know what you make of that. Let me know your reaction in the comment section below. And this is a 50-year-old man that has been arrested for supplying food and fuel to suspected bandits in Katsina. So this is no longer news. You know, all these guys in the bushes, be it Boko Haram, be it bandits, be it whosoever, they have agents, they have doctors, they have nurses, they have everything any good organization can have. They have everything. And you can see the level of their sponsorship, how they are getting more weapons than what our own fighters have, the Nigerian military has. So that tells you that they have everything. And that is why the government should really go all out on these people and end this menace.
Go join Nigeria Army. My guy, if na frustration, they make you think and say you want to go join Nigeria Army. Gather that same liver. Go use a pass Libya road. Gather that same liver, use and cross Libya Sea, go Europe. You know why they tell you, say that same liver where you get, say you want to go join Nigeria Army. Use that same liver to go cross Libya Sea, go Europe. If God there by your side, you go see cross the sea, you go successful, you go enter Europe. If peradventure you come seek buy for the sea, no say na the same buy where you for seek buy for the Nigeria Army. Now be that, so nothing spoil. You know why Nigeria Army currently, we never get army for that country. If you gather the whole Nigeria Army together, we not reach 3,000. May nobody deceive you. They don't waste all of them for bandit finish. They don't waste the whole military for Boko Haram finish. They don't waste the whole army for Fulani Esme finish. So they need new ones to still give them, make them waste. You know why they like to waste all these people? And make I tell you again, you see those northern soldiers, all those who are nothing they do them. You see the easterner, the southerner, and the west, that they use them, they feed Boko Harams. And make I tell you why they beg Una. Say Mona can't join army. Because currently some video they flap at and say all these top officers that they go different states, go to beg the state governor to tell their youth to come and join army. Because currently they don't even have army. You know, say, by the time they get army to they give the Boko Haram to the west, insurgency, that name insurgency go come up. So all those money where federal government they teach. So now the name of say that they use a fight insurgency, That's why they need more soldiers. So that if they thief, or they see excuse they give, say the insurgency, that they use those money they take care of. And again is that you see all those peacekeeping mission where they send Nigeria army. Not be small money they tell they go that mission. You go see, say soldier of his own country, you go see the kind of war where they country went battle, soldier go bagger. If you know country, they want sacrifice their soldiers, their military for their own fight, that to come buy Nigeria soldiers carry go. So if it buy, it's on their own. Why do they call us giant of Africa? Because why? We dey fit waste our soldiers for another man country. So that's why they tell you that same liver where you want gather say you want join Nigeria army. Go use and take risk, enter Libya route. If you get luck, you still make an enter Europe, fine. If you seek back for them, no, say na the same back way for seek back for the Nigeria army. Forgetting outside say the Europe say currently na Nigerians be the world slave currently. Nigerians are the world slave currently. They know. The whole world know. Go all country, you will see say the hardest job for all countries na Nigerians that they do am. Because why? We don't get choice. But it's still better say go become slave for another man country than say you go buy for the hand of Nigeria army. Because if you open your ear, you dey see, you go see say even those who manage survive, wey not Nigeria army, all of them, like they don't dey lifeless start. Not die, save them, not save. Nigeria, they pack all the whole wounded soldiers, they pack off Fubarak there. No one that they take off. As at the time of Goodluck Jonathan, how many mobiles they send go peacekeeping? Like how many mobile police they send go Maiduguri? The whole 500 mobiles so they send, go anyone come back? No one. So Nigeria has set up problem, and then they use people children, they feed all this Boko Haram, all this bandit, all this Fulani men. If we dey tell on our office we want create content, but I just go advise you that mind where you want to go join Nigeria army, go use across Libya route. Go become slave to white man. Make white man they send you, they go in kitchen, make you go they wash plates, make they use you, they do the dirty job. It's still good pass. Say you go buy for the hand of Nigeria army. Because why? All of them now they go they beg all the top officers that they beg the find people children where they want powerful army where be say the ones where go not come. No, not share this video because I know say if you reach your hand, they will vex and they find me no level. I not send their papa. I not send the chief of staff papa. I not send any of their papas. Share this video.
Oh my God. So I'm just wondering if the Nigerian military will be able to recruit enough people, because you can see that the minds of Nigerians are really off, joining the Nigerian military, looking at the way people are being fight by these terrorists. Till now, they cannot end this insecurity fight. And Nigeria is spending a whole lot of money. Defense has been the biggest, it takes a bulky part of the budget. Defense, it takes a huge amount of money off the budget allocations. So, but still, at the end of the day, it's like you come back to zero again. After putting in all this money, you still come back again from where you started. It's even getting worse now, because from the look of things and the new technologies everywhere. I told you people about India. Go and see the statements coming from their chief of defense. At least when chief of defense speaks, you know that someone is speaking, even though India does not really have that accent, that English accent. But you need to see how these people were talking about the effort they have put in and the kind of technology India has today. I mean, they've really progressed. India was the headquarters of poverty. Like they used to say, Nigeria is the headquarters of poverty. India was in that position, but now they've moved from there and they are just progressing, just like going forward, no backward. That's the mood India is in. I just wish that Nigeria can just like wake up from its slumber and understand that the world is moving, in a very speedy pace. We cannot just be the ones lacking behind, because see, this fight, we have Nigerians that have brain. People, if it's technology, whatever, we have Nigerians that can even develop so many kinds of things if you are thinking of technology and the rest of them. But we don't have, let me say, all these, the leaders in military, people who are willing to stop this insurgency. The willpower is not there. The political will, like they call it, is not there. You know, if we can just come out and say we want to end this, we will end it. That's my take. So, guys, I'm going to end this stream at this point. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's meet again some other time. Please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel, turn on the notification bell, give the video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me just quickly take a look at some of these headlines. This person said Putin or Russia shouldn't listen to Nigerian military because they and Nigerian government are sponsoring Boko Haram. It's a Fulani terrorist government trap. I think Putin is already committed to that because they've already met. If you saw not this image, there's another image. I think, yeah, this is a new image. You know, this is a new headline. So I think they've already met and possibly they've agreed on what to do. Anyway, we are not the ones to dictate to them. If Putin feels he can help Nigeria, why not? Why not help Nigeria? At least, if not for any other thing, for the sake of those military men that are being fired. These are people's children, and many of them, you see, they are from the south. You know, because once it's like this NYC, they take the south and push them to the north, take the north, bring them to the south, something like that. So majority of the people, once they do the recruit, they train them, they push them to the battlefront, and people will begin to fight. So if Russia can really come and help us, I think that would be welcome. I just pray that there won't be any sabotage. That's just my own prayer. I think we'll really welcome it because nobody takes glory in seeing other people being fired. I don't think it makes sense. The idea of not rewriting is the best for me, despite that the exam has been scheduled for Saturday, the 19th of this month. Yes, if JAM accepts this offer from Ohanaeze, but I think they can still cancel it. It's just a matter of passing the information across. They have phone numbers, emails, and all that from the students. So they'll just write them within a twinkling of an eye. They'll get the information, and then they will know that, okay, you are not to write the JAM again. Let's just forgo it. And I think more voices need to come in, you know, on this topic of JAM, just letting these children go. Because I'm just thinking if these children will rewrite this exam, they might not even be able to score what they scored. Because, you know, if you've written exams, sometimes if you just finish writing exams, it's like everything you read, you just push them by the corner. Because you just want to relieve yourself of that stress. So going to rewrite, they might even end up not scoring what they scored before. But that's not the topic. Let's see how JAM rectifies this with Ohanaeze. But this person says Nigeria is a scam. Nigeria is a scam. Nigeria is a joke. And this other person say, but if you still believe in the zoo terrorist government, hey, after seeing this video, see, why are we even agitating for Biafra? It's not because the Igbos are not being carried along. But if the federal government decides today and say, let's carry everybody along, let everybody feel belong, there's nothing wrong in it. You know, it's just because of this division, a hatred for a particular section of people. Is that not why people are agitating? But if that hatred can be rolled away and people say, okay, let's mend fences. Look at the Southeast since after the Civil War. No compensation, no rebuilding, nothing. You know, you just let the people, they were giving, is it, how much did they say they were giving? Is it 20 naira or 20 watts that they were giving after the war? And they've been building. There's no federal government presence in the Southeast. You know that. You know, if not for individuals, like you see during Christmas, people will be showcasing their mansion. They didn't make the money from politics. They didn't. But if you go to the north, without politics, people will die of hunger. Without politics in the north, the whole money is being channeled to them. And this money is generated from oil. Oil is from the south, but it's used to fund the north. But that's not even the topic. The only thing there is if they can carry everybody along. I don't think there's anything wrong in one Nigeria. But when you see another set of people as a second-hand citizens, that's even what is creating this agitation. And Nnamdi Kanu once said, let there be referendum. If the people of Igbo, if the Igbo people say they want to still be part of Nigeria, he's not going to oppose to that, provided there is a referendum. So it's just that the government has not decided to carry everyone along. If we decide to do the right thing today, I think everybody will be fine. There won't be need for all this let's go and let's not go. So Trump only goes to where he smells money. Yes, I love Trump for that. Deal, deal, deal. UAE offered Trump, an investment worth more than $1 trillion. Please open your ears widely. More than $1 trillion. I've not heard that kind of money before, in the sense of, as in, I want to invest in your country and I'm giving you more than 1 trillion. I'm not talking of billions. I mean trillions. More than $1 trillion investment to come from the UAE. You don't even talk of the one from Qatar. You don't even talk about Saudi Arabia. Before you know it, Trump might be going home with more than $2 trillion that he'll be getting for investment. That is what leadership is all about. That is all. Trump doesn't have 2 heads. Neither does he has 4 hands. He's the same, just like the way Tinubu is. That's how Trump is. 1 head, 2 legs, 2 hands. But Tinubu has been traveling. Tinubu is the most traveled president in the entire world today. Within the space of 2 weeks, 2 years in office, he has traveled how many times? He has not brought one investment home. But you see Trump, one movement, trillions being channeled to the US. That's leadership. Whether you like Trump or not, that's leadership. You are going, you are commanding, you are people are like worshiping you as if you are God. So I know that, yes, America has built its name, but Nigeria is not even interested in building its name. That's the problem. The leaders are not interested, and the people are just laughing at us. You see how we've been crying about insecurity. No country is even preferring to help us. None of them. They are just looking at Nigeria. Even the France that Tinubu has been going to, have they not heard that Boko Haram attacked our military bases? Did they come out to say, okay, let's help you people in this way or in that way? People are even scared because the Nigerian military cannot say they don't have any Boko Haram spy in their midst. They have sympathizers of these terror groups, and these are the things hampering the progress in the fight. Anyway, I just hope that all that has happened recently is going to be a wake-up call for our security agencies to sit up and see how they can. We want this insurgency ended. The Senate asks the military to deploy more troops to Borno because you have them in the southeast where there is no battle. That is where you channel your military. They put checkpoints, collecting money from businesses. Do you know what it means? That every day you go to maybe like Head Bridge to buy medicine to your pharmacy, you drop like 10K every day on the road. You know what? That it will be eating into your business. You are moving goods from one point to the other on a daily basis. You have to be dropping money at all these checkpoints. That will be eating deep into your business. So I don't know, this thing is not helping the southeast, but see where the main battle is. You hardly see checkpoints in the north, but they are there in the southeast. And this is why people are calling for secession, because they feel the Igbos are being oppressed. So we want a level playing ground in this country, and I just hope that God will help us to get leaders who are really willing to end these insurgents, because this country must progress. Thank you guys for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share. Thank you for being with me. Let's meet again tomorrow by God's grace. Bye for now.